This is the Sri Lanka series, episode 1. Now, I am not going to lie. I had a bit of anxiety as I was packing my bag, thinking about this trip ahead. Thinking about missing Blair, my daily routines, everything that equaled my comfort zone. But I argued with those thoughts in my head. I reminded myself of the reason I booked this trip in the first place. I booked this trip for something different, for a new challenge, to get out of that comfort zone, and to put myself in a new space. So, as my mother would say, use the fear as power. I decided that's exactly what I would do. Let the trip begin. Before taking my first international leg, I take a short flight to LAX. I have like a 3-hour layover in LA and I'm ready for some breakfast. Next up, Hong Kong. I attempt to check in for my flight to Hong Kong. This is the part where they weigh your bag, insist their policy is to check every bag of this size. Instead, I decide to kindly decline and let her know it wasn't that big of a bag, and look how tight and small I can make it. She reasoned with me and said if I could fit more weight in my smaller backpack, I may be okay. Now, after traveling a decent amount, I understand the value of playing by the system's rules. It can actually save you time and sometimes puts the travel gods in your favor. I'm also the biggest proponent of understanding where it tends to give a little. Find the people that can help you. Sometimes it's just worth asking. Okay, so if it doesn't fit, then they can just check it at the gate, right? Yeah, let's just do that. Would you do anything for me? Even though you wouldn't do it for a reason. So, to the system, although I try and play by your rules, I'm also the biggest fan of those small and lucky wins. Those wins that kind of feel like you just happen to be the right place at the right time. We ended up leaving 30 minutes late from LAX, which is not a huge deal, although my layover in Hong Kong was only an hour and a half. Cathay Pacific were brilliant and escorted me to my next gate to ensure I made it. However, I am never above a slight backpack jog to ensure I make it in time.
Your gate number is 32.
Okay, thank you. I made it. Oh, this was the last stretch after all. I was so close to Sri Lanka. Now to find Jenna in the Colombo airport at midnight. Our hostel was kind enough to send us a car. We located our driver and followed him to his vehicle. We were headed to our first hostel.
So this is a nighttime thing.
The next morning we decided to get to planning. Now, if you think this is the first time we are actually making any concrete plans of this trip,
There's this beach. There's
you are exactly right.
Right outside. Oh, that's one thing. Oh, I didn't realize Colombo was like on.
At this point, we were deciding if we should move east inland or head down the coast and start with beach towns. After we come up with a tentative plan, we have a delicious breakfast made by our hostel mom, who was a complete angel. We then head to Colombo to explore our first day. Vlogging, I guess, really is just giving a bunch of speeches. Little speeches. Okay, we're hot. It's like 90 degrees. Oh yeah, I should explain this quickly. We are extra hot because we are wearing t-shirts and pants. While it has become more accepting to show your shoulders or knees, It is still a rare sighting to see a local with such clothing. At temples, it remains a strict rule to never show your knees or wear shoes. So out of respect to their culture, as well as both a small defense mechanism and tool to blend in a little bit, we decided to cover our legs and shoulders for the entire trip. We are feeling okay. We're looking for lunch. I think this is a cricket stadium that we accidentally took ourselves to. Everything's called Laksala. Everything's called Laksala. So we have to find the right Laksala. We did not. But there's this giant park here that we're gonna hopefully hang out in, get a snack and relax. So far linen pants are a win, and mine are less of a win, but it's not like awful. That's the speech. Do you have anything to say about the speech? Jesus, take the wheel on finding lunch.
We paid probably double the price.
We just did laps around the museum, you realize that, right? We did like roundabout
to get
laps.
the Laksala gift shop and parking.
We just want somewhere to eat. We just want somewhere to eat. We're running from the rain! Oh my god, it's coming! Ah!
Oh my god! I told you to come down more!
Oh my god, it feels like really good though. Holy crap! We spent the rest of the night watching the rain and discussing the next day, where we would head to the bus station to book a 3-hour ride east to Kandy. This is the dorm we stayed at the first 2 nights. For a higher price, you can always book a private room, but we decided to start the trip extra cheap. This hostel was $10 per night. This is our second night, and second night in the same hostel. Last night, way too cold, which is like great. It's hot outside, but it's really cold inside with the air conditioning. So I am going to change things for this more tonight, and I'm going to do better. Mostly just wear socks. It's just like a big sleepover, you know, with strangers. Alright, day 1 complete. Tomorrow morning we head to Kandy. Thank you for watching this episode. Here's what's coming up on the next episode, episode 2 of the Sri Lanka series.
No, too small?
I feel like I gave up for you.